Okay, we're going to turn our focus now to current tech stock darling Palantir. The stock price of software specialist Palantir Technologies has shot up nearly 60% since the start of this year alone, hitting multiple record highs. From national security to AI-driven enterprise solutions, Palantir's technology is used for critical decision-making across many industries. The stock is on fire. It hit another record high Thursday and is now up 58% this year. Recently, Palantir issued a stronger than expected 2025 earnings forecast, driven by demand for its AI analytics software. Now, the big question, can this momentum last? Some see it as perhaps the next NVIDIA. Others aren't so sure. Joining us to take a closer look and provide some insight into this stock is Matthew Maley. He's a Chief Market Strategist at Miller Tabak Co. Matthew, welcome to the program. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Sean.
Okay, let's talk about the background on Palantir Technologies. A lot of people perhaps have never heard of this stock outside of Wall Street, but what is Palantir known for?
Well, I mean, it's funny. It's, the whole AI phenomenon. It's surrounded around taking a huge amount of information and making sense out of it, and bringing it down all together. And that's really what they do. And they started off as in the counterterrorism area, and that morphed into a big contracts with the overall Defense Department. But since then, they've grown even further, and that now moving out into the healthcare area, and of course, with this growth of AI and the ability for them to do it in a very, very effective way to get all this information and pull it all together in a very effective way has allowed this company to make money hand over fist.
So what makes Palantir, you think, stand out from other publicly traded tech and AI stocks? As I understand it, to kind of expand a bit, Palantir makes it possible for AI capabilities to integrate or work into those various companies' operations. Can you explain a bit more?
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, the main thing here is that we spent the last almost 2 years, really, watching these chip companies, especially like NVIDIA, of course, that we all know about, and they're just making money hand over fist because they have huge margins selling these chips. The problem is that the earnings hasn't broadened out much at all. But where is it broadening out? And it's been broadening out in a major way in the last 6 months, 9 months for Palantir. And so when the people are looking, where are they going to funnel their money? They know that the big cap tech area is still a big area of growth, but it's much smaller. It's even down, people are talking about it's no longer the Magnificent Seven, it's only the Magnificent One. Well, Palantir deserves to be in there, and that's where the money's going.
So what about people who think, okay, I'm on the outside looking in, did I miss it? Do you think this surge is going to last? And if so, for how long?
Well, the one thing you do have to worry about is, again, is this another NVIDIA? The thing is, when NVIDIA was flying as much as it was for 2 years, the stock, it never got anywhere near as expensive as Palantir is right now. Palantir is trading at more than 200 times forward earnings. You didn't even get the 60-time earnings for NVIDIA. It's also trading at 90 times sales. Wow. NVIDIA again, didn't get much above about 55 times sales at its most expensive level. So the valuation, valuations are a lousy timing tool, but so the stock could still push higher. But I just think that these valuation issues give it a little bit less more limited upside than you did when Palantir when NVIDIA has rallied as much as it did at this point in the process.
Okay, so as I understand it, Palantir is up something like 54% on the year. To your point a minute ago, is it going to be the next NVIDIA?
I think this is an absolutely great company with great long-term prospects, and especially as they move away from just military issues. The thing is, though, I just don't think on a valuation level, I just don't see it being able to rally. I mean, we got 1,000% move in NVIDIA in just a couple of years. I don't think we're going to get quite that in Palantir. So even though it's a great company and a great stock, I don't think we're going to have quite that much upside movement in it.
Okay, so you don't see Palantir becoming a $1 trillion company then?
It's going to, well, it certainly can over time. But, we also have to remember, again, it's expensive. It's getting overbought on a near-term basis. In the last 2 years, NVIDIA has seen 5 different declines of 20% or more, and yet it still had an unbelievable move. So be careful about chasing the stop up here at these levels.
Okay, quickly, give us some other AI stocks that we should keep our eye on.
Well, again, you look at ones that are a little bit cheaper. You look at Salesforce, Salesforce.com. I mean, that's just a name that's it's trading. Again, it's not cheap, but it's trading at above 50 times earnings. But that's nowhere near 200 times earnings. And we know that the AI phenomena does deserve a premium valuation. So this is one of the areas that I think you can look at. And of course, we have NVIDIA itself, which has been trading sideways for almost 6 months now.
Yeah.
And they report earnings in a week and a half. So if those are good earnings, it could finally break out of that sideways range and surprise some people to the upside.
It's going to be interesting to see how it fares, especially with DeepSeek floating around out there in the Netherlands as well. Okay, Matthew Maley, thank you so much for your insight. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.